Hey guys, yo, what is up, and welcome to Jump Inside Media Reviews, where today on the channel we're going to be talking about Doctor Who. However, if you haven't seen the last episode, go watch it now because there will be spoilers in this video, and then come back here. But without no further ado, let's begin today's video. So as a whole, I really enjoyed this episode, but there are a few little tiny bits that just didn't make sense. Now, one of the things that didn't make sense to me was the snow. Now, it snowed in literally every episode, not every single episode. I think there was a few episodes it missed out on, but it snowed in a lot of episodes. And I don't like the fact we really didn't get an answer. Now, there are a lot of theories about what caused it, but there was nothing really that answered it inside the episode itself, which was quite annoying because, you know, you're expecting an answer, and it did play a big key part in the whole story. It just didn't really tell you why it played a key part. So that's one that I got quite confused about, because she's just a human, and if you've watched the episode, you'll also know that her mother is just normal. She's just a human. There's nothing special about either of them. They're just normal humans. And I don't think this has happened with any other companion. I know it hasn't happened in the New Who companions, and in the classic era, I haven't watched every single episode, so I can't call for that. But as far as I'm aware, it hasn't happened. This has never happened before. So why is she so special? Why does she make it snow? These are things that haven't been answered. And as far as a conclusion finale, it really doesn't tell us that. The second thing that I have about this episode is, why didn't Sutekh even care about the mother in the first place? I mean, he is the god of death in this series, and basically he can just wipe out the entire galaxy within 5 minutes because he wants to. That's his thing. And he also has the power to control people. Like, I mean, we got that scene where the Doctor was controlled by Sutekh. He has this power to control people, stop them in their places. Why wasn't that used more? I mean, okay, he wanted to find out the mum's name. That makes sense. But what didn't make sense was the fact that he let them get away in the TARDIS. Even so, he could have controlled them. He didn't control them. Why didn't he control them? He was that hung up on knowing somebody's name that he basically let them get away a second time, when he had all the opportunities just to stop them in their path and control them. Why didn't he do that? I don't get it. And I'm not quite sure why he needed to know who the mum's name that was under the cloak. He's like so hung up on this one character's name. And do you know how many people wear cloaks that walk around places that hide their face away? Do you want, like, it's not just Ruby's mum here that dresses like this. I mean, there are other people that can't take care of their children and have done it in the past, that probably leave their children at certain doorsteps, ring on the doorbell, and letting someone else take care. I don't think Ruby's mum is the only person in the whole of history that's done that. Also, why did that time period change? What changed that time period? As far as I'm aware, there is something working in the background inside that scene that really just doesn't make sense to me. But accordingly, that scene has so much relevance, and they're just all normal people that can't do what they did. I mean, at one point, she just walked away from the church, and in another timeline, she pointed at the lamppost naming her daughter. Which one was it? Why? How did that have? Who had the power to change time? Because it changed the Doctor's memories. What happened? I don't know. Okay, right. Moving on from that, we're going to go about the next reason. There was no consequence. There was no. I mean, to be fair, this is just more of a nitpick for me. But a lot of the companions, like in series 1, the Doctor regenerated. In series 2, Rose trapped in a parallel world. In series 3, Martha was helping out with her family because they literally saw the whole of the human race die and they needed therapy. And in series 4, Donna lost all her memories of traveling with the Doctor. With this season, this is an RTD season, so I'm expecting something to happen where either the Doctor's gonna lose something or Ruby's gonna lose something. It's just a normal breakup scene. It's just a normal breakup scene. She's left it unscarred. At this point, I'm like, just stay out. Just don't get back into it. You're done. You survived the journey. Don't do it a second time. I mean, she's confirmed to come back in the next series, which is great, but there was no consequence. Nothing really generally happened. I mean, I can't think of anything. I don't think there was anything that really badly happened. It just, everything ended and then came back. That was it. That was the story. And for my very last bit of this series is, why didn't Cherry drink the cup of tea? She finally got the cup of tea and she didn't drink it. I mean, you could have played on that. You gave her the tea eventually, but she didn't drink it. Drink the tea. It's that simple. Just drink the tea. I don't know why that's a nitpick for me, but it is. She didn't drink the tea at the end, which is kind of disappointing because I was expecting her to get the tea and then she was going to drink the tea. That was how I was picturing that scene, and it only half of that happened. She got the tea, but she didn't drink it. But overall, you know what? This episode was really good, and I just don't think Sutekh had enough time to do his thing. He got introduced at the end of the last episode, but for me, I would have split that up into 2-part finales where Sutekh is Sutekh and he has that big reveal at the end of that episode. But this episode should have been in 2 parts, and the ending of this episode should have quite clearly been the whole of the human race vanishing. There should have been a whole episode of just surviving this sand that was going to take over the whole universe. That's how I would have done that. That would have been a lot nicer. But overall, I really enjoyed this episode. I think there was a lot of good stuff. I really liked the let's go here, let's go there, let's go everywhere, because I don't like a finale just held in one location for the whole episode. We need to go to different locations. We need to use that. We need to explore things. Like, for example, like the 60th anniversary was very much all in Unit HQ. Give me a lot of exploration areas. I want to discover more about the universe, and I think they did an excellent job with just getting it out there. And also, if you didn't spot this, I do like a nice little nod from the beginning to the end. If you don't know what that means, it's when you have something at the beginning that says something, and then you have something at the end that responds to that beginning part. So, for example, we had the Doctor right at the beginning of the series going, "This is the story of Ruby on Ruby Road." And then at the end of the series, and that was the ending of Ruby and Ruby Road, and it's like a nice close and a nice opening, and I like it. It's really good. It's a really clever way of closing a series, and I think it's great. Doctor Who does this a few times, but yeah. Anyway, without no further ado, that's the video right there. Hopefully you had some good bits, maybe you had some man bits, and you tell me what you think about this episode as a whole down in the comments. But yeah, overall, I think we're back into an RTD style of Doctor Who. If we keep up the drama, we should be okay. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in another Jump Inside Gaming episode very soon. I will see you later, and goodbye.